What's going on, beautiful people? It's your boy Wesley from A Connection TV here on YouTube, the one place in the World Wide Web where we actually adopt similar connections despite our differences. And welcome to my channel. If this is your first time seeing me, definitely do me a favor, click that subscribe button, hit that like button. It's all free to do. And follow me on my social medias, Instagram and Twitter, at A Connection TV and at Wes the Critic, because all of my movie reviews will be on my film review channel, Wes the Critic, because yeah, I can be a critic sometimes. I am here to talk to you about the worldly talked about, because I've heard it spoken about quite a few times. I just never paid it any mind. The movie, The Black Phone. Yeah, the movie, The Black Phone. An interesting movie. Why haven't I seen this shit? Because the poster didn't really do me any, like it didn't do nothing for me. You see this guy with a mask on and I just didn't really know what it was gonna be about. And I was like, yeah, what is this? I'm not gonna watch it. Like, what? It just, the poster didn't sell me. It didn't, okay? But the reason why I decided to watch this movie was because a buddy of mine told me I should watch this. Right? And then on just about everyone's top 10 list, this movie has a spot on. And I was like, okay, well, clearly this movie is good because everyone's putting it on their top 10 list. I'm looking to make my top 10 list and I want to be as efficient as I can. So I want to see as many movies as possible so that I could articulate what would be my top 10. And maybe on my list, there is a movie that I've seen that you haven't seen. And so you might want to go check it out. But anyways, let's get into The Black Phone, because baby, this movie was really, really good. Finney Shaw is a shy but clever 13-year-old boy who's being held in a soundproof basement by a sadistic masked killer. When a disconnected phone on the wall starts to ring, he soon discovers that he can hear the voices of the murderer's previous victims, and they are dead set on making sure that what happened to them doesn't happen to Finney. It says it all right there in the synopsis. I didn't even read the synopsis really before like watching the film. I just started watching the film because everybody was talking about it and they were saying that it was like a thriller kind of a film. Immediately, because right before this, I had watched another Blumhouse? What's the production company? Yes, Blumhouse. Okay, produced by Blumhouse and Universal Pictures, right? So I have a bone to pick with Blumhouse because I watched another film right before The Black Phone called Nanny, and it was also produced by Blumhouse. It was trash. It was just straight trash, okay? And I'm gonna do a review on that movie too. Straight trash, all right? But I'm going into Black Phone, and immediately from the first frame that comes on, I'm like, okay, now Blumhouse, we talking. Now, I mean, even though they partnered with Universal, okay, but still, like, Blumhouse, we talking now. This is a film. The color grade was there, the lighting was there, the place setting was there, the time period, the era was there, the acting was there. And I was like, okay, I'm wrapped up into this. I really am. Let's shout out Mason Thames as Finney, captivating immediately. Let's talk about Madeline McGraw as Gwen Shaw, immediately. These kids held the whole entire movie for me, the whole entire movie. I'm like engrossed, I'm like, let's go, I'm ready, I'm here. And you know, all the while I'm like, okay, this is giving me Stranger Things vibes. Like the way the era, the time period, the acting, the kids. I'm like, okay, what's about to go on? I know Ethan Hawke is in this, but I'm like, who cares? Like, okay, it's Ethan. All right, you know, and you don't really see him. So I'm like, okay, whatever. And so the movie continues to give me Stranger Things vibes because Gwen has the ability to see the future, glimpses of it in her dreams. Right, and you're told about the scope of it and how powerful she is and where she gets the power from, and it's this gripping dynamic between the family dynamic between Finney, Gwen, and the father, right? And I'm just like, wow, this is like, okay. And in my back of my mind, I'm like, where's this Black Phone everybody's talking about? Because you're seeing all this digestive story and you're like, okay, this is great, but where does The Black Phone come in? Child, then kids start to getting got, right? And meaning kidnapped. And I'm like, oh dang, like are they gonna find these kids? And then the daughter's having these dreams and stuff. I'm like, okay, so she about to play detective, Scooby-Doo. You know what I'm saying? But it's not like, because one of them gonna get got. In my mind, I'm like, one of these kids is about to get got. This whole movie ain't about to be about all these kids disappearing. And the two protagonists that we're following around, one of them not gonna get got. But then baby, Finney gets got. And I'm like, ooh, what's finna happen. And the whole movie, I'm up. There's not one dull movie there's not one dull moment in this movie. And it's because of these kids. They held me. And the dialogue with Gwen was not typical kid dialogue. Like, and then, you know, the dynamic between, you know, Finney and his friends that he had, Robin, like, I was just like, oh, this is really, really good, you know? And it wasn't like the typical run-of-the-mill kind of script. It was really, really good. So I'm invested, you hear me? And so Finney gets got. And I'm like, okay, what he finna do though? What is Finney finna do? For real. Because he's real calm and real poised. And I'm like, maybe he's in shock. Maybe that's what's going on. He's in shock. He's not screaming. He's not trying to get away. He's in shock. And then they made it seem like he was blind for a second. I'm like, he blind? When he get blinded? How we gonna get through this? This boy about to be blind and he gonna escape? But no, that wasn't the case. He wasn't blind. I don't know where the blind part came from. Maybe when y'all watch it, y'all could tell me. Or maybe y'all could tell me in the comments because I've already seen it, right? There's this black phone in the basement and it's disconnected. And like, it's so deep. It's so good and so deep. And like, there were moments where I was like getting watery-eyed because like the dead victims, the ones that had vanished or whatever, are communicating to Finney through the black phone. Oh, so good. So good. The way they did it. The way that the special effects was and all that, and this little boy trying to get out. Let me tell y'all something here. This Ethan guy, like, I can be with nobody in a relationship that was an actor or actress that played a serial killer. We couldn't, that would be a stipulation that if you won't be in a relationship with me and you're an actor, you can't be no serial killer, none of that. Joker, what? Nope, can't be none of it. Because Ethan Hawke was not like psycho spooky, but like twisted spooky. Like, he wasn't like rah in your face and like cutting up people and having like body parts slinging around. You know what? He wasn't like Saw. He was like Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, regular dude, beat you up if you try to escape kind of guy. And it was just like, yo, this dude is twisted, really twisted. But the story unraveling with these phone calls. Finney clearly has a good head on his shoulder because he's allowing himself to answer the phone, communicate with these ghosts. He see paranormal stuff happening in the basement. And like, it gets to that call where he's like, this is it, Finney. You gotta do it or else. And like, there's moments of like, no, don't do that. Oh, no, don't do that. Like, Ryan. There's all that in the film. All that is in the film, baby. All of that is in the film. And I'm screaming at the TV like, yo, why, come on. Like, oh, he about to get got, you know? All throughout the film, really good, right? Really, really solid. But I love what I love about this film, right? Because recently, films have been having the viewer get invested in the protagonist or invested in the story, and then we get a cheapened, unresolved, inconclusive ending, and I'm pissed at the ending. I'm pissed. Always. Like Smile, missed me with that. I was pissed with the ending at Smile. I sat there and watched that 8-hour film. It wasn't 8 hours, but 8 hours film and Smile only to get to the ending and that be the ending that they gave us. But this movie, because in my mind, I'm like, ooh, they not about to do this. I'm not about to sit here and watch this whole film and y'all about to end it like this. When I tell you the ending, baby, satisfied. And I was like, get him. God, I'm up in my bed, I'm screaming and stuff. Let's go. Amazing film. Mason Thames did the dang thing. Madeline McGraw did the dang thing. And then at the end, you get this shot between the protagonists and they, people staring at each other and it's that, and it gets you. The music is bumping and the direction is there and they got this one shot and the lights is there and you like, where the cops, let's go. No, oh no, wait, what? No, come on. All of that. And then you get at the end and they staring at each other and you like, you get that crying and it was so good. Y'all need to go see The Black Phone. Well, not go see it because it's not in theaters. I should have saw this in the movies. But when I tell y'all, them kids, it's the churn. The movie is the churn. Mason Thames and Madeline McGraw ate this film. Ate it up. I'm like, yo. And this film right here is damn for sure in my top 10 films. It really, actually, it's my top 5. It's in my top 5 films of 2022. I'm gonna do the full list. this Friday. What's today's date? Wednesday. I'm gonna do the full list this Friday, so come back to my YouTube to see the full list. But baby, if you have not seen, I know there's a lot of Wesleys out there because I haven't seen this. This came out back in June. I have not seen this. It got an 83% on Rotten Tomatoes and a 6.9 out of 10 on IMDb. Missed me with that. I don't know what they got 9 nominations. I don't know if they won any categories yet, but it is a great film. If I had to rate, not if, rating this a 1 out of 10, I would give The Black Phone a 8.5. I really would. I really would. Actually, it might end up getting a 9. Yeah, I would give The Black Phone a 9. A 9 out of 10. It was really, really good. It was damn near perfect. It was damn near perfect. What could have made it a 10, Wes? What could have made this movie a 10? I don't know, to be honest. I really don't know. It was damn near a perfect film. There was a moment where I was like, where is this going? Like, I asked myself, where is this going? Like, and I was sitting there like, okay, well, like what? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there was that moment where I was like, okay, where is this going? But they found it. I found it where it was going, baby, and it went there. And it was really, really good. I give it a 9 out of 10. Y'all should definitely go see The Black Phone. It is on Amazon right now. I didn't have to pay. I'm a Prime member and I didn't have to pay on Amazon. I don't know where else you can watch her because I saw it on Amazon and I'm not, yeah. Go watch the film. And if y'all seen it, let me know. Would you put this in your top 5? Because this is in my top 5. I'm not going to tell y'all where I'm placing her. I'm not gonna tell y'all where I'm placing because now I did a top 3 on one of my other videos where I had Avatar and Smile in the list and all that. Missed me with all that. Smile has been dropped. Smile has been dropped, but we gonna do a refresh top 10 and I'm gonna give y'all my top 10. Leave your comments below, let me know what you thought, and I'm really, really curious to know what you thought about The Black Phone. Deuces. Pussy, pussy, pussy.